Que eres madre y no mereces sufrir.
Porque el aborto siempre es el problema, nunca es la solución.
Porque nuestros hijos son inocentes.
Porque todos tenemos derecho a vivir.
Porque todos tenemos derecho a vivir.
But like here in Ireland, the pro-life movement in Spain did not give up. It became more energised, more active and more committed than ever before. So ladies and gentlemen, to share the good news from Spain with you, I'd ask you to give a huge welcome to leading Spanish journalist, commentator and pro-life leader, Senor Luis Losada.
I can breathe bigger, bigger, stronger, stronger, harder, harder. 'Cause I can breathe bigger, bigger, stronger, stronger, harder, harder. 'Cause I can breathe.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Made in there. It's good morning in Irish, I guess. Sorry for not speaking Gaelic, and I'm sorry also for my English because it's not very good English, but anyway I will try. So thank you very much for the invitation, and thank you very much for being there, for being in the fighting, in defending of life. That is the most important value we have. I was asked to speak how we reverse abortion law, how was our strategy, how was we did that. And I will tell you what was our experience on fighting against the law. As you know, as she has just said, in 2010 there was an intention that was true to have the abortion on demand. So we did a very important demonstration. And try to mobilize all the society against that law. The most important thing is, thank you, the most important thing is to be able to mobilize society. That's the demonstration, that picture, that's the demonstration she has just to speak about. That was 1 million people in March of 110. The law was approved on June, but against society, against the people, against even the program of Socialist Party, and against all the pools. Those are civil society, normal Spanish people saying we don't want abortion on demand, we don't want to unprotect children. It's absolutely unconstitutional. We should protect life. So the most important thing for me was first mobilize people, be in the streets, conquest the streets. You know that in the 70s there was one leftist that she said, the streets are ours. It's important that we say, the streets are ours. Very young and pretty girls in the streets saying, I love life. As you see, and very beautiful images, the brands, as Derecho a Vivir, Right to Life, is a herd, as you have a red herd saying, I am alive, I want to live. Can we see more pictures? So that was when there was governing Socialist Party. Unfortunately, we lose, but there was a change in the government, and now it's governing Popular Party that is quite the right side. But it takes 2 years to make an anti-project. It's not a law; it's just an anti-project. In Spain, for making a law, it's a very long process. You should do an anti-project, then go to supervised by some organisms, go back to the government to do a project, then go to Congress, Senate, return Congress, and then is a law. So for taking just the anti-project for the beginning, it takes at least 2 years. You just have 4, so for 2 years it's so much. So we were asking to the government, please, it was your engagement when you were in elections. You said you will change the law. You should do it now. And we hurried them to say, hey, listen, time is going on. You should do what you promised you will do. So we asked this is a billboard that we did for the Minister of Justice. This is called Gallardón. And we say in that billboard, it says 300 children, it's too much. Each year is too much as consequence of abortion. Please derogate as far the ley AIDO, that is how it's called, the abortion law, as soon as possible, please, Minister. That was in the streets and was so strong. The government was very angry because nobody has done something like that, never. So they say, hey, there are some critics in the streets that are not, we cannot go on that. Why not? We are in a democracy. We say what we want. So we urge government to say, you have an engagement, you should answer to that movement that you promise you will change. 300 people a day is too much. We cannot wait. Each day you wait, each day 300 people are dead. So it's urgent to change and change it very, very, very quickly. That was very successful, and the government tried to move. This is the nature of another campaign that is called Borra el Aborto in Spanish, clears abortion. That is the law. You may not see that, but it's the law, physical law, the letters of the law. So what we do is take a post-it, put it in front of the door of the law, and say something. I am pro-life, I love life, children are the best, or whatever. So we go all around Spain with this campaign and say, you can clear the abortion. And we also do that in the internet. So if you click, you just click one letter. But someone else clicks and cleans another letter. So with a lot of people, with thousands of people, we get to clean the abortion law. It's obviously it's symbolic, but it's a way of saying, if each of us do something, very small issue, very small sign, it's just to click, we can clear the abortion. And that was also very success, because people realize that if we are a lot of us, if we all get together, if we work in the same direction, we could reach very important goals. That was one campaign we do months ago. And also we do some small demonstrations, but mostly every day. This is in front of a Congress, what we call velada. Velada has two different meanings. Velada is like having a party, but also with fire. So we were there in the Congress saying, I am here, I am expected to you do something, I am waiting you do something, I want you to do something. You have an engagement with your electors, you have an engagement with society, you should change the law. But this is all days in the streets, and that is for me, it's very important. The governments will never do anything if they don't feel the pressure of society. So, it's very important to do very big demonstrations as yours of 60,000 people, but it's also very important to be all days in the streets, even if there are small things, but very important to, I am here, I am asking you, with creative strategies as this, for example, or whatever. This was another strategy. We were in the door of the Congress, giving echographies to people. This is what you are killing. People and another people and another people, and also the deputies and the members of the parliament. See what you are doing. We are speaking on this. We are speaking on that children, on that daughter. Please put out the law of abortion now. And that was also very success. This picture she's a woman, and then in the other side you can see the Congress maybe. That's a beautiful picture. I love it so much. So for me the key is to be all days there doing some things. Clean the abortion, give echographies, do shows, do performance, but just an excuse to be there, to make propaganda, and to say to government and to the society, we are the conscience of unborn children. We are not going to shut up anymore. We are going to be speaking all times. Now I've bring here some pictures of outside Madrid that for me it's very important. This, for example, is a demonstration from Granada. It's not a huge demonstration, maybe there were 300, 400 people, but it's a demonstration in Granada. It's in the south of Spain. And for me it's very important because at least at Spain, if something is not happening at Madrid, it's not happening. But I guess here it's something like that. But there are a lot of people outside Dublin. So I think it's very important to be in the whole country and to say to everybody and to be in the local newspapers and to say, we are here, we do a demonstration. Okay, it's not a huge one, but it's okay. Here is also in Tenerife. Tenerife is Canarias Islands. There are some people also, and I have some more pictures on other cities. So what we do is, apart from the big demonstration of 1 million people we reach, a small demonstration in each cities. So there's like 50 or 100 small demonstrations, small of 500, maybe 1,100. But to be there, to be in the local press, to have the possibilities of speaking to all of people. Madrid is important, Dublin is important, but the country is much more. This is another strategy we did last 6th of December. 6th of December is the day of Constitution at Spain. That is the monument of Constitution. So what we do is to have the boxes, I don't know how you call them. How's that? Coffers? Okay. Well, we have 303. 303 is the number of abortions each day at Spain. So we put it in the monument of the Constitution, the day of the Constitution, to say this is what is happening today. And tomorrow will happen exactly the same if you do nothing. The day past tomorrow will happen exactly the same. Please change it now. And that is a very powerful picture to say, this is horrible. These are small children, there are small lives, but there are human lives. We cannot stand that anymore. So that was a very powerful picture we did. You see all the crosses. It's like if we were in the Second World War. But in fact, it's happening, and it's happening, unfortunately, each year. So it's just a way of saying what kind of things we can do to be creative, to say, I need to get to public opinion and transmit my message. And I think that's a very, very strong way. Now this is the car we have for going all around Spain, spreading the message of abortion zero, borra el aborto, etc. We were in the convention of PP. PP is the government, the party that is governing now, and they have a convention, a very important meeting on Valladolid that is like 2 hours from Madrid. So we go there, and politically it was very, very important. And we know that feminists will be there to say, hey, we are pro-decision, pro-choice, etc. So we decided to go there also and to say, hey, here we are. We want zero abortion. We want you to realize what your compromise, your engagement. So we were in that convention. That was very important because that is meaning that we have to be in the political center of the new, where things are happening in the Congress, in the political meetings, in the important issues, because we want to be in the political agenda. We don't want to be a ghetto outside. We don't want to be inside the church. We want to be in the political agenda. That's why we are where the politicals are. And this was a very important meeting, so that's why we were there. Can we pass? Okay, and also in the internet. This is a campaign, there are a lot of pictures like this, but this is a campaign we did for Facebook and Twitter. And for me, it's also very strong because in the tobacco boxes, there is an image that says to the woman, if you smoke, that will be bad for your children. So it is your children. If it is your children, why can't you kill him? It's absolutely horrible. It's not absurd that the same authority that says that please to the woman, please take her, is the one that says that there is a right to kill him. Is absolutely stupid. Now, this is another campaign. With those boxes, we also go to the 8th of March, the Day of the Woman. We went to the offices of the PP Popular Party to say that's enough. 303 people per day, it's enough. So we take all the boxes and put them in the door of the offices. So here they are. Now what are you gonna do? Look that picture, it's incredible. It says, Mr. Rajoy, the president, life is not business. Right to life, not to kill. Can we pass? This is also one of the keys for me that it's very important. This is in the door of that event, of that performance. That is Nacho Arzuaga, our president, attending to the press. And if you see, there are a lot of people there, and we answer to everybody, not just to the people that are for of us, not just for the conservative media, but also for the liberal media. We want to be in the debate. We want to be in the discussion. We want to open abortion discussion because we are absolutely sure that we will win. It's just life against death. Now, this was the last march. This is the third time there is a big march on around the 25th of March. That is the Day of Life, as you know. So that was the march of this year. Some weeks ago, there was a huge march, very important march. This is the image from Madrid, but there are also images from other cities of Spain. This is in Barcelona, as you see, the Secret Family over there. This is in Alicante, that it's near Valencia. There are not huge demonstrations, but again, I think it's important to be there. It's just 1,000 people. Okay, it's 1,000 people, but we are there. I think it's very important to build country, to build a culture of life, not just in the capital, but in the whole country. And now, this is the last thing we did. We did an Expo Vida, we call Expo Life. It's an exposition. It's like a museum, very small museum, but a museum of 40 meters or something like that. Very small, but it's in front of the Congress. So all the members of the parliament have to see it, because it's not possible not to see it. If you go to the Congress, you will see it for sure. There's no other way to enter in the parliament but passing through this. So that's the idea. It is very small. It is very small. It's just 40 meters, but and in 2 floors. So very little. In up there is life, and if you go down, it is death. The one in the first floor is white, and the other is black. So it's very expressive. This is the saying: if you want to go down, you will see the truth of abortion. Be sure you want to see it, because it would be very strange. That's an advertisement. So that's very important. Now, so first of all, be in the streets, always, not only in Dublin, in the whole country. Be in the political events. Don't refuse press, even liberal press. Don't refuse debates. Be in all the debates. So that would be first recommendation. Second, we did the scientific meetings. We did 3 scientific meetings. We have a lot of scientific doctors, biologists, bioethics, etc., to discuss about these issues. So we're just not in the streets shouting, etc., but just thinking and making think tank to be able to do something strong. We are not speaking by speaking. We are speaking because we have the science with us. And so we have all those meetings, and we do also a manifesto that was signed for a lot of people. That was the Manifesto of Madrid. Can we go back, sorry? The Manifesto of Madrid that was signed for 3,000 people, all scientific people, very high level. So what we are saying is, okay, we are in the street, we are volunteers, we are a social society, but we are also scientifics that are supporting a very important issue. Now, and the third key for me, so first is street, second scientific, and the third is lobbying, personal lobbying. Here's a picture of Nacho Arzuaga that you see before, Doctora Gador Joya. Gador Joya is the speaker of Derecho a Vivir. She should be here, but she cannot be. So that's why I'm here. And they were in a lot of meetings with Viviana Ido, that was the minister that approved the law. They were there and they said, listen, you cannot do this because it's unconstitutional. You will have their society in front of you, etc. They were also with Ana Mato, that is the actual Minister of Healthy. They were with the Secretary of State of Justice, the number 2 of Gallardón, that was the one of the billboards. They were obviously in Popular Party trying to do lobbying. So for me it's very important not just to mobilize society and the shouting in the streets, but also being in the offices, trying to negotiate. Hey, listen, you cannot prove this. What you can do is this and this and this, and having papers and working on those papers so we can do a strong movement and to be influential, and politically influential in the places where the decisions are taken, that are the offices. So, pressing from the society, but working in the office. So I would say, which are the keys of our success? That is not a complete success, as I will say you, but anyway, the keys are, as I said, you to be in all. Can we go forward, please? Thank you. To be in all parts. So first, identify with citizens. Citizens don't want the abortion law. We are the citizens' voice. We are the real Spanish. You are the real Irish people. The normal people doesn't want abortion. So you are just the speaker of the real Ireland. I don't know how are the polls here, but probably are quite similar than at Spain. 73% of people are against abortion. So the people are with us, and so we should do that. Now, the arguments, we have to have important arguments, and the arguments are very, very easy, at least at Spain. The Constitution in the Article 15 says everybody has the right to life. So that's absolutely clear. We are in the Constitution, and abortion is outside Constitution. Now, there was no social demand. The people in 2010 was not asking for abortion on demand. And thirdly, it was not in the program of Socialist Party. It was not an engagement, an electoral engagement. So they just do that because there was a big pressure of feminist movement. So we have, of course, the scientific right. We have the society, the real society, but we also have the political arguments. You are doing something that you were not engaged on, and there is no social demand, and it's absolutely unconstitutional. So another thing for the success is an attractive brand that is a red herd as yours, that for me is very attractive. that is smiling. So that means that is friendly to all people. I think that is very important to be friendly to all the society, but strong enough with the politicians. Not reject the debates in media, all media, not just conservative media, but also liberal media. Search synergies with other groups. We work with all of the groups. We go out of personalisms or internal battles. Our enemy is outside, so we are not going to lose our time on this. Okay? Okay. Now there is they told me to stop. There is a risk, just for finishing 1 minute, there is a risk that this law is not going on. As you probably know, there is a very internal debate inside the government, so they are not willing, in fact, to do it so much. That means that we as society, as a pro-life movement, we should be pressing much and much. So saying, hey, it was your engagement, you don't have so much time, please go on, because society is asking for that. And again, 303 dead people per day is too much. So please hurry up. I hope this was a good example for you, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
I can breathe.